The Black Ops 6 Season 3 roadmap is here. We have all the latest information about everything new that's coming to Black Ops 6's multiplayer, as well as Zombies and even Warzone as well, but we will be mostly focusing on multiplayer for this video. So let's get into it. Black Ops 6 Season 3 is actually going to be launching a day early on April 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific time on all platforms, basically 24 hours before Verdansk gets released on April 3rd at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And Call of Duty actually made multiple blog posts talking about stuff that's going to be coming to Verdansk. However, I'm mostly focused on multiplayer and Zombies for this video, but I will include those links in the description if you guys want to see more about Verdansk. But just as a quick little overview, it is looking pretty good, and I will be uploading and streaming Verdansk at least a little bit. But let's talk about the multiplayer maps for Black Ops 6 Season 3. Our first map that's coming at launch is called Barrage. It's a brand new core 6v6 medium-sized map, and just from looking at these images, it's really making me think of a map from Black Ops 4. I think it might have been one of the DLC ones, but I'm kind of blanking. But this is a brand new map. The description for the map says, revisit 1968 Vietnam as you follow Hudson's clues surrounding one summit watch at the front lines of battle. Okay, so if anything, this map is probably more BO1 inspired because it's taking place in the 60s in Vietnam, and Season 3 in general is bringing back Hudson, and they're going to tie him back into the storyline, which is pretty cool. But our next map that's coming with the launch of Season 3 is called Nomad. This is also a brand new map. It's a strike map, which can be played 6v2 or 2v2, and it's a small size one. Again, just based off of the images, there was a map in Cold War that I swear looked very similar to this, but you know, it's a small map, and it should play out pretty well in face-off. And the description for this one says, the Pantheon moles were in Afghanistan too when Woods fought there in 1986. So yeah, maybe this has some ties to Cold War. I'm not too sure, but this next map is most definitely inspired by past Call of Duty games. We are getting the return of firing range at the launch of Black Ops 6 Season 3. It is obviously a remaster. It's a core 6v6 medium-sized map. If you played Call of Duty, especially the Black Ops sub-series, you already know what firing range is, and it's coming back into Black Ops 6. Firing range is a pretty solid map, and it's a safe choice to bring back into the game, and I feel like a lot of people will be happy with this. It's making its glorious return. They're saying it's a faithful remaster, so it should be a one-for-one remake of firing range from Black Ops 1. But next up, our first mid-season map is called Haven. This is a brand new core 6v6 medium-sized map. The description says, enter a KGB safe house in 1991. As I'm looking at these images, this doesn't really remind me of the Black Ops 6 campaign, but since it takes place in the 90s, it basically should be a BO6 themed map. It's looking like a typical medium-sized 3-lane Treyarch map, so hopefully it plays out well.
Too bad it's not Stonehaven though, am I right? Okay, let's keep going.
And lastly, for maps, we're getting another map mid-season called Signal. This is a brand new strike map, so it can be played in 6v6 or 2v2, and it's a small size map, and it's looking pretty interesting. This is actually a really funky map layout. Like, it is technically 3 lanes, but you have this massive middle lane with a really tiny little cutout over here, and then you kind of have like this gargantuan side lane over here. Like, if anything, this is more like a 2-lane map between like the middle and this left side over here, but I guess technically you could consider this to be a 3rd lane over here. Really strange. Hopefully this map plays out well. And real quick in the description, they're saying that they're taking the operators back to 1968, but honestly, as far as it goes for the looks of the map, I'm not sure how this ties in. But later in Season 3, there is going to be a variant of Nuketown called Blazetown. I can only imagine when that event's going to be happening. It says, light up the competition in a special Nuketown variant joining the map pool for a limited time later this season. They're not showing any images of the map here, but if we go back to the Season 3 roadmap, there is this one preview image right here, and it is looking pretty funky, and, you know, overall, it's just going to be a variant of Nuketown. It shouldn't be anything too crazy. But next up, let's talk about the game modes that are going to be coming to Black Ops 6 Season 3. At the launch of Season 3, we're seeing the return of Sharpshooter from Black Ops 1 into the game. However, it's going to have its own unique twist. They're saying flex your skills in this classic Black Ops free-for-all party mode, where every operator is assigned the same loadout, which changes every 45 seconds. Each cycle introduces a new primary and secondary weapon, from scoped sniper rifles to akimbo pistols, plus a new dedicated melee weapon and tactical and lethal equipment. And as you get your streak going, for your first elimination, you'll get increased movement speed. For the second one, you'll get increased reload speed. For the third one, you'll get increased sprint recovery speed. For the fourth elimination, you get increased ADS speed. And then for the 5th one, you will earn double score for eliminating enemies, which I don't know if this is exactly how it was in BO1, but overall it does sound pretty similar to Black Ops 1's Sharpshooter, and it should be a pretty fun party game mode to play here and there. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that Sharpshooter has come back to a COD game in a minute, so honestly, it's really refreshing to see this come back. Now, they're saying in the launch window of Season 3, Demolition will be returning. Now, we don't know exactly when that's going to be. It might be about a week after Season 3 drops. I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video knows what Demolition is, but just in case you don't, basically you're playing Search and Destroy, but you're allowed to respawn, and both teams take turns attacking and defending the bomb sites. However, if you're on the attacking side, you have to try to plant both bombs to win the game. And if you're on the defending side, you need to just try to kill the enemies and also defuse the bombs if they planted them. And in the past, Demolition really got its popularity for being an insane game mode for spawn trapping. So we'll have to see how the spawns play out in this. And I think this next one might be it for game modes for multiplayer, which is kind of surprising. But basically, there's going to be a new LTM mid-season called Joint Operations. They're saying leave the enemy up in smoke in this LTM that tests teams with a gauntlet of 5 core mode variants in a single match. We have have Head Stash, which is TDM, Inhalation, which is Domination, Hotbox, which is Hardpoint, Very High Target, which is HVT, and then Munchies, which is Kill Confirms. And it says cycle through all 5 modes under a variety of changing effects, including double health, low gravity, visual hallucinations, and third-person POV. That's sounding pretty trippy, bro. But yeah, we're basically getting a 420 LTM later in the season. Should be pretty fun. Next up, we have additional gameplay content, which is actually going to include some new perks. The first one is a red perk called Close Shave. This is coming at the launch as an event reward. It's going to be in perk slot 1 for Enforcer. It says automatically use your dedicated melee attack when you perform a weapon butt attack. Simply tap the melee button to attack like the old days. Okay. Now, obviously in older Call of Duty games, this is just how meleeing used to work, but I'm curious to see in Black Ops 6 if you equip this perk, can you unlock camos for DLC melee weapons? That would be pretty interesting. And then mid-season, there's another new perk coming called Vendetta. This is going to be an event reward. It's perk slot 2 and it's a recon perk, and it says on respawn, mark your killer's last known position for a short duration. Get a bonus score for eliminating that enemy. The vigilance perk counters being marked by Vendetta. Okay, so just based off that description, it kind of sounds similar to the recon specialty bonus itself. However, it's specifically going to mark the last person that killed you. I feel like this is going to lead to a lot of revenge killing, but I mean, people can basically do that in the game anyway. This is just going to make it easier. But yeah, as far as it goes for new perks, that's basically it, and it's not anything super interesting. However, when it comes to new score streaks coming to Black Ops 6 Season 3, it's looking pretty good. We're going to see the return of the Death Machine as an event reward. It's obviously a lethal score streak, and you only need 825 score to earn it, and there are mastery badges for it as well. The Death Machine is so badass. It's from Black Ops 1, described as a heavy minigun with a fast fire rate, high penetration, and a large ammo capacity. I'm hoping that this thing slaps in BO6. And it does say that score earned while using the Death Machine contributes to your current score streak progress, which is obviously great for earning more streaks, but I'm also really curious to see if it's going to count towards your nuke streak. Oh, that was actually it for new score streaks. Okay, so just the Death Machine's coming to Season 3. And they do have an overview for ranked play for Season 3. I'll try to go through this pretty quick because it's usually the same stuff every season. Here's the different rewards that you can unlock by grinding ranked play in Season 3 for Black Ops 6. Pretty standard stuff. You can get some calling cards and some blueprints for the Jackal as well, but they are mentioning some new things here as well. There is retroactive SR adjustments. They're saying to help reverse the impact cheaters have on the ranked play SR system, retroactive SR adjustments will be made starting in Season 3. When a ranked play cheater is banned, anyone they've recently beaten will receive a SR refunds for those matches. Players who we detect playing with cheaters may have SR for those wins taken away. This is honestly a huge W. They did talk about this feature before, but I guess it's just now getting implemented for Season 3. And then next up, they have this thing called Rejoin in Progress. It's a new feature coming with Season 3 for ranked play. Players will be able to rejoin ranked matches if they disconnect. Players will have 5 minutes to rejoin, and teammates will receive a reduced SR loss if a matchmade teammate rejoins and they lose the match. Now, hopefully on the flip side, people don't end up abusing this and purposely leaving the match and then rejoining if they feel like their team is going to lose. I feel like that is something that could happen, especially in the higher ranks, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But man, oh man, do we have some really good news coming for Black Ops 6 Season 3 Zombies. As you can see, we have Zivudovov coming back. We have the brand new Zombies map, Shattered Veil, is coming at the launch of Season 3, so you don't have to wait to play the Zombies map. This does confirm that Shattered Veil will be playable at the start of Season 3 on April 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm sure you'll be able to start grinding the main quest as well. We actually have a new enemy type called the Elder Disciple. Elder Disciples gain strength as they empower the zombies around them while summoning more undead to join the battle. Using their dark magic, these fetid floating carcasses can force their allies to evolve more quickly, allowing a lowly zombie to more rapidly transform into a doppelgast or some other sinister form. Eliminate the Elder Disciple before their forces grow too powerful, keeping it at a distance to avoid the scream it lets loose against players who draw too close. The deadly enemy grows more agitated as it takes damage, so try to get the job done fast. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we had Disciples in previous COD games, and it does sound pretty interesting. Like, maybe if you keep these guys alive, there is a chance that they could just transform regular zombies into doppelgasts, which could be pretty good for camo grinding. They're also saying other entities of Shattered Veil, and there's going to be a toxic zombie as well. They're saying toxic zombies appear to have lost all but their base perambulatory functions. Well, they get so wordy with these descriptions, man. Basically, they're gonna sprint at you and explode and leave a damaging pool of acid in their wake, kind of like boomers in Left 4 Dead. But yeah, between the toxic zombies and the Elder Disciples, hopefully we're getting some really good new weapons to be able to deal with these guys. And there it is. We got new wonder weapons. We have the Ray Gun Mark II as well as variants. All the images they have here look so good for the Ray Gun Mark II, but apparently there's also gonna be some variations of the gun as well. It says drop multiple zombies at once with the upgraded and modestly unstable Ray Gun Mark II, recovered from the Dark Aether by Project Janus. This powerful laser armament delivers 3-round bursts of energy, can be pack-a-punched, and doubles as a bludgeoning instrument if you're running low on ammo. But they're also saying that there's 3 variants of the Ray Gun Mark II, and they're also kind of redacting this, so maybe it's part of an Easter egg. There's going to be the Ray Gun Mark II W, which offers similar bullet patterns to an SMG, and it also has a random chance to ignite enemies, so basically free napalm burst. We have the ray gun Mark II-P, shooting ammo like a shotgun with a chance to spawn a sigil with the ability to grant invulnerability to the player standing on it for a limited time. That's crazy. And then we have the ray gun Mark II-R, dropping zombies with a marksman rifle like discharge, expect a chance to spread a plague infection that can inflict an AoE damage. Out of all of these, the ray gun Mark II-P sounds the craziest. I mean, being able to have some invincibility for a short amount of time could be really clutch in certain situations. And in general, just being able to unlock and use all of these different variants of the ray gun Mark II sounds absolutely sick. I will say it's interesting how they're calling these new wonder weapons, but we do have the return of the Wunderwaffe DG2, yeah? Yeah, I'm definitely ready for this one. Now, based off of the limited information that we have here, basically it should just operate the same as it has in the past. The blog doesn't say if it has any variants, and it also doesn't mention if you can get it from the box or if you have to do Easter egg steps in order to get the Wunderwaffe. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going to play out. And completing the main quest is going to unlock this skin for Carver, as well as an animated calling card and 5,000 XP, which is pretty standard stuff at this point for doing it the main quest before directed mode comes out. There's also going to be a trap called the microwave trap, which I think we saw in the trailer. It's basically like the Guardian from Black Ops 2. We also have the dark aether field generator. It says dissolve zombies with dark aether energy in a static field that zaps anything that passes through. Circle the trap to entice enemies into the center of it. And then of course there's going to be a lot of lore and intel. We already know this. It's going to be scattered throughout the map. But as far as it goes for new gameplay content, I think you guys are going to be super happy to hear that Double Tap is coming back with Shattered Veil. And dude, we got to see the perk machine in the trailer for Shattered Veil, and the design for this thing is so sick, man. They're saying this classic rapid fire perk returns for the first time in nearly a decade, dramatically increasing your weapon's fire rate to chew through enemy hordes in record time. Research the iconic perk for powerful enhancements like an even faster fire rate and the chance to inflict double damage. So yeah, hopefully the augments absolutely slap for this. And in general, Double Tap coming back into Black Ops 6 Zombies is a massive W. They are saying here that Double Tap is available in Shattered Veil along with the other previously accessible Zombies perks. Note that some of these perk-a-colas are only available in the Der Wonder Fizz machine. And then Double Tap will also be retroactively available on the Tomb, Citadel, Liberty Falls, and Terminus, but you have to get them from the Der Wonder Fizz machine. But let's talk about the major and minor augments for Double Tap, because this will have a massive impact on how good or bad the perk is. For the major augments, we have Double Jeopardy. Normal zombies at low health have a chance to die immediately when shot. Double Impact says double hits on the same target in quick succession deal more damage. And then Double Standard, all non-critical shots do double damage, only applies to normal bullet weapons. Okay, so I can see why they named this one Double Standard, but honestly, you should be going for crit kills regardless, but we'll have to see what's gonna do more damage, actually aiming for the head or equipping Double Standard and then just getting regular body shots. And then of course we have the minor augments for Double Tap as well. We have Double Time, which increases the fire rate bonus, which is gonna be very helpful. We have Double or Nothing. Weapons have a chance to do double damage, but also have a chance to do 0 damage. What? Okay, honestly, that is just pointless. I don't know who's gonna be gambling with that. But lastly, we have a Double Play. Killing 2 enemies in quick succession has a chance to return 2 rounds to your magazine, only applies to normal bullet weapons. Just based off of the descriptions, it sounds like Double Impact and Double Time will probably be the most useful augments, but obviously we have to wait until the perk is in the game and we have to do some testing to see which is going to be the best. And as far as goes for Gobblegums, there are going to be 3 new Gobblegums coming with the launch of Shattered Veil. There is a rare Gobblegum called Tactical Diffusion. It will disable the next nuke power-up explosion you activate and gives everyone 2,000 essence instead, which is actually kind of sick. Then we have a legendary Gobblegum called Support Group. Gobble up this tasty Gobblegum to acquire the Arc XD, Mangler Cannon Sentry Gun, and Mutant Injection support items. So basically it's going to drop 4 different streaks.
And then we have Die Pitched, which is a whimsical Gobblegum. Zombies have high-pitched voices, last for 3 minutes. That one should be pretty funny.
And I'm pretty sure this was in the trailer as well, but the Death Machine is going to be coming to Zombies as well as an event reward, and it's going to cost 1,750 salvage to craft. And they are saying that it's going to be unlockable during the Black Ops Tribute event, and we will be going over the different events coming to Season 3 later. Now, as far as it goes for Directed Mode for Shattered Veil as well as other events, Directed Mode is going to be coming at mid-season for Season 3, and it looks like Treyarch is bringing back Cranked Zombies, but it's going to be called Team Cranked in the launch window of Season 3. They're saying following the awesome collab that introduced Cranked to Black Ops 6 in the last season, the high-octane mode returns for more in Season 3 with a team-focused twist. Now the Cranked timer is shared across the whole team, and any kill from any team member fills it. Eliminate a zombie to activate the Cranked state, powering up your operator with improved abilities and setting a countdown timer that can only be replenished by eliminating more enemies. They've got more details on the rules and how the game mode is going to work, but I'll have the link to the blog in the description if you guys want to read more about this, but it should be pretty similar to Cowabunga Cranked, which I did play solo and it was pretty difficult, so hopefully the team Cranked will be a little bit easier. But Treyarch is also saying that there's going to be a new LTM Enfield upgrade mid-season for Zombies. They're saying whet your appetite with the Zombie Snacks LTM arriving later in the season and put a chill on the undead using the Frost Blast field upgrade. So they're not really sharing too much information about that, so we're just gonna have to wait and see whatever that's gonna be. But lads, this is the moment of truth. This is the general content that's coming to Season 3 for Black Ops 6 across multiplayer, Zombies, and Warzone, and I'm really hoping that there's some good stuff in here. All right, man, let's kick it off by talking about the new guns that are coming to Black Ops 6 Season 3. We are going to see the return of the Kilo 141 from Modern Warfare 2019. It's going to be a Call of Duty Warzone login reward. So just as a quick heads up, if you're someone who only plays multiplayer or zombies, you probably will have to install Warzone in order to claim this reward, which is going to be kind of annoying. I don't really know if there's going to be any other kind of workaround. So yeah, in preparation, you might want to just install Warzone if you want to be able to at least just claim the weapon and then bring it into multiplayer or zombies. So yeah, right off the bat, really strange stuff. And obviously this mostly just has to do with the fact that Verdansk is coming back and is having a pretty big influence and impact on Season 3. But next up, we're seeing the return of the CR56 AMAX. This is going to be available at the launch of Season 3. Again, it's returning assault rifle from Modern Warfare 2019. It's going to be available on page 6 of the Battle Pass. Next up, we're seeing the return of the HDR at the launch of Season 3. It's going to be available on the 3rd page of the Battle Pass. Again, it's a returning weapon from Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone 1. We don't really have to talk about it too much. These are all older guns that we've already seen before. And as far as goes for melee weapons, we are going to see the return of the Kali sticks from Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone. Again, not too much to say about it. It's probably going to function exactly how it did originally. It's a 2-hit kill, extremely fast attack speed, and it's super annoying. Really happy to see that come back. But thankfully, not all hope is lost with Season 3 and, you know, getting some actual new content. We are going to see this new SMG called the Ladra. Is it Ladra? Ladra? I don't know, but it's coming mid-season for Season 3. I don't know if this is necessarily a new SMG, but it is going to be an event reward. The in-game description will say full auto SMG, extreme rate of fire, excellent range, and low recoil. Headshots can help offset lower base damage. I'm not exactly sure if this is the Uzi or the Caparis from Black Ops 1 coming back. You guys could definitely let me know in the comments what you think this is, but hopefully it's a good new SMG. Oh my god. Okay, our last weapon that's coming with Season 3 is going to be a special weapon. The nail gun is returning later in the season. It's going to be a special weapon, an event reward as well. The in-game description is going to say full auto nail gun, high damage at close range with fast handling speeds and very low muzzle velocity. Stick it to them with this handy tool configured with a magazine of 15 nails that fires at full auto. The damage drops off quickly after 25 meters and performs best up close. The nail gun's low muzzle velocity can make it difficult to land shots against fast-moving targets, so get them in your sights and unload before they know what hit them. This armament is a reward during the Black Ops tribute event. So yeah, guys, the nail gun is coming back into Black Ops 6. We also had it in Cold War, and overall, it's just fun to see some goofy guns return in the game. And overall, I really do hope that the nail gun is good and fun to use, and maybe Treyarch could be adding some fun new attachments to it. Never mind, I just looked at the description, and there will be no attachments for it, so great. Which is even more ironic because this next section is going to be talking about new weapon attachments with Season 3. We're going to see the return of the monolithic suppressor at the launch of Season 3. It's going to be available to unlock for all the ARs except for the AS Val, the SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, sniper rifles, and pistols, and it's going to be a reward on Battle Pass page 7. And based off of this description, it sounds like it's going to be pretty similar to how it was in Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone. It says the monolithic core provides superior sound suppression and increased range. Moderate weight increase affects agility, the ideal attachment for extending your damage range on big maps like Verdansk while retaining the concealment provided by a suppressor. So yeah, it's the classic monolithic suppressor coming back. But Black Ops 6 Season 3 is also getting 3 new aftermarket parts, which is basically conversion kits. There's going to be a new conversion kit for the SWAT 556 that is going to turn it into the Grau from Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone, and it's going to be unlocked on page 5 of the Battle Pass for Season 3. It's going to convert the SWAT into a full auto weapon with lower damage and range, but improved accuracy, mobility, and handling. It equips a new default barrel and magazine and unlocks an exclusive 50-round extended magazine, but it does block barrel attachments. So yeah, we'll have to see how good or bad the Grau conversion kit's gonna be, but that will be available at the launch of Season 3, and then next up we have the C9 10mm auto 30-round mags, which is available in season, and that's gonna be unlocked as an event reward. They're saying the conversion kits is going to use higher caliber 10mm auto ammunition for increased stopping power. Though the conversion results in some increased recoil and slightly lower fire rates, the extra damage, range, and velocity makes this attachment a worthy consideration when approaching enemies on bigger maps. I'm actually pretty excited to see how this one could turn out because it could make the C9 more viable in multiplayer and especially Warzone as well. But this has got to be one of the strangest ones we've seen so far, and it's coming most likely with Season 3 Reloaded. This is the Goblin MK2 7.62 mini rocket conversion kits. Again, it's going to be mid-season, which is Season 3 Reloaded, and it's going to be unlockable as an event reward. It converts the Goblin MK2 into a full auto weapon with explosive rocket ammunition. Splash damage capabilities come at the expense of bullet velocity and rate of fire. It equips a new default barrel and magazine, and it blocks barrel, muzzle, and magazine attachments. We've kind of seen stuff like this in the past, and I'm really hoping that it's not just terrible. Like the Goblin itself, I personally feel like it's kind of a terrible AR. This does sound pretty wacky and goofy and fun, but if it's terrible, then no one's really going to use it, and it's just going to be a waste of time. So I'm really hoping that Treyarch actually makes this thing fun. But next up, we have a section called New Features for Multiplayer Zombies in Warzone. This is called Base Blueprint Swap, which will be available at the launch of Season 3. They're saying you're now able to customize any Black Ops 6 base weapon or weapon weapon blueprint with a skin you've unlocked or purchased across MP, Zombies, and Warzone. For base weapons, you can only change the skin of the base weapon, not any of the attachments, and then for blueprints, you can customize the skins with other existing attachments. I think in essence what they're saying here is that if you equip a weapon blueprint, you can basically mix and match the attachments from other blueprints, which could be pretty interesting. It's obviously really going to incentivize the purchase of the battle passes as well as the bundles for sure. And this is kind of making me think of the camo mixing feature, which we accidentally saw back in Modern Warfare 2, but that never really came to the game. So I'm not sure why we don't have anything like that, but this could be a pretty neat feature. Wait a second, we have something called the Camo Hub, which is going to be in the launch window of Season 3 for both multiplayer and zombies. It's not mentioning Warzone. They're saying this new UI section is planned to be added shortly after the launch of Season 3, available in Barracks and then Challenges menu. This allows you to view the challenges you need to complete to unlock weapon camos in a single location, with weapons sorted by furthest camo unlocked. Simply visit the Camo Hub to start planning out the next steps on your journey to Dark Matter and Nebula. So that should be pretty helpful for being able to see which camos you're close to unlocking and which ones you're not. For a lot of players, myself included, this should be pretty helpful for tracking camos for DLC guns. But next up, let's talk about the events for Season 3. Our first event is Return to Verdansk, which is a Warzone only event. So again, if you want to participate in that, you need to have Warzone installed. It's going to be running from April 3rd to the 15th. It's a free event with 20 rewards, and it will also allow you to unlock the Kali sticks. And you will instantly unlock 3 rewards just for logging into Warzone. You'll get the Domino Operator skin, as well as Milsim Yusef, and you will get the Kilo 141 simply just for logging in. But next up is an event called Black Ops Tribute. This is going to be available for multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. It's going to be running from April 17th to May 1st, and there's going to be 17 rewards, including the Death Machine Score Streak, the Nail Gun, as well as the Close Shave perk and the Thermite Lethal. They're saying earn XP in any mode to progress the event and earn Black Ops themed rewards. Black Ops 6 owners will receive additional rewards only available to use in Black Ops 6. Earn cosmetic content and functional equipment, including the Nail Gun special weapon, the C9 10mm 30 rounds attachments, Thermite, which is a lethal that's used in Warzone, the Death Machine Score Streak, the Close Shave perk, an emote, Gobblegums, and the fan requested operator John Black Ops, which I did see that on Twitter, and it is pretty hilarious. I can't believe they're actually putting this in the game, but that's amazing. And they're saying more in the mid-season. Look for more events and rewards throughout Season 3, including the Blaze of Glory event and the Call of Duty Endowments Got Your 6 events. Expect more event coverage in the Season 3 Reloaded announcement. Okay, so that's basically it for the events for Season 3, at least for what they want to share for now. I gotta say, the rewards for Black Ops Tribute sound pretty sick, but the fact that it's just an XP event where you just have to grind XP, it feels like that one SpongeBob meme. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Like, the XP events are just not as fun. You just simply play the game, and it's usually just this long slog of having to play the game over and over and over again until you eventually complete the events. And I really do think the best way going forward is to have events where you complete specific challenges in order to unlock the items. It's way more engaging, way more fun. But for the Season 3 Battle Pass and Black Cell, we can see the return of Mace as well as Hudson. And as far as it goes for Black Cell offerings, we are seeing the return of the Rose skin, which is so gross. This skin was so annoying in Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone, and, you know, I think they know exactly what they're doing by bringing it back. It's basically rage bait. Now, I know for a lot of people, the Rose skin is going to be enough to get them to buy the Black Cell. However, it looks like they're adding even more incentives to the Black Cell this time around for Season 3. Apparently, if you buy the Black Cell for Season 3, you're also going to be getting Black Cell daily challenges for multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. You're also going to get another 10% XP boost, which stacks with the previous Black Cells as well. 1100 COD points. You're going to get an emote, a Mastercraft blueprint for the XM4. What I'm assuming is a dog finishing move. You're going to get another Black Cell clan tag as well as the Rose operator skin. So yeah, as far as it goes for Season 3 operators, we have Rose coming back. We also see the return of Hudson as well as Mace, but here we have a new character called John Black Ops, which is going to be an event reward for Black Ops 6 owners later in the season. It says redacted, but we already know it's John Black Ops. He's described as a mysterious operator clad in a gray jumpsuit, sporting tactical goggles and a helmet. Anonymous, unassuming, and deadly. This is just a big meme. But it would be pretty crazy if this skin ends up basically becoming the new Rose skin and it starts blending in everywhere. Oh, the Milsim fans are gonna love this one. We have Tracer Pack Digital Dreaming Reactive Mastercraft Ultra Skin. They're gonna love this one, dude. Wait, is that just Luna from Marvel Rivals? Other incoming bundles. Hey guys, look, the latest rage bait just dropped. So what the are these two? We've got some kind of like ice dragon and a bear. Like, what is this? But aside from that, there's really only one more important thing you guys need to know about Season 3, which is that on April 2nd, Warzone is going to be fully shut down for 24 hours. And it's going to start a 24-hour countdown timer until Verdansk is finally released on April 3rd. And there is going to be a 24-hour free trial of multiplayer and zombies for Black Ops 6, which is kind of strange because it's only going to last for a day. But I mean, hey, if you want to play Black Ops 6's multiplayer and zombies and check out all the new Season 3 stuff, you can do that. that for free for at least 24 hours. But aside from that, the only other news that we have is that FSR 4 for AMD graphics card users is going to be live in Black Ops 6, so you can take advantage of that new technology, and hopefully it's going to help you get some extra frames. But yeah, guys, that's basically all the news and information we have about Black Ops 6 Season 3 for multiplayer and zombies. As far as goes for my overall thoughts on Season 3 for Black Ops 6, it's definitely looking like Verdansk and Warzone is going to be getting the biggest amount of content and updates and quality of life improvements for the season, which was to be expected, and I kind of predicted this anyway. As far as it goes for multiplayer, it's looking okay. A lot of the content that's coming is very much a lot of throwback stuff, whether it's the weapons from Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone, or even the maps and game modes as well. It doesn't really feel like a ton of new stuff is going to be coming, which I gotta be honest, I am kind of nervous for the season for multiplayer. I really hope that it is good content and that it doesn't turn out to be mid like Season 2 was, because unfortunately, Season 2 was kind of a letdown on the multiplayer side of things. But as far as goes for zombies looks like it's getting a pretty cool map, and double tap is going to be very useful. But overall, for all three modes, Season 3 looks like it is dropping a lot of content. I just hope that the content itself is good. But that's just my dumb opinion. Definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think about Season 3 so far. And with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did and you want to see all this new content when it gets released, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.
I've come. Train going.